Hello and welcome back to Galaxy Platinum. I know I said monthly videos and then immediately failed to deliver on that, but better late than never, eh? I've been I've been busy the past month with field work, doing ecological surveys 6 days a week for about 6 weeks, and I haven't been able to get a video out. But not to worry, I have been doing some game dev and working on the next prototype. I'm probably most of the way through the actual coding. I've just got a few more aspects to work on, but I think the main stuff left to do is the music and the sprite work. Got quite a lot more sprite work to do. With the field work, I also missed Art Fight. If you don't know what Art Fight is, it's an annual event where people draw fan art of each other's characters. I really enjoyed doing it in the years I participated, and it was cool seeing the progression in my ability between the first and second year. The character of mine that received the most fan art was Seren. I've put some of those pieces on the screen, and you can find the artists in the description. I love fan art, and I don't know if this really counts. You kind of have to draw each other's characters in Art Fight, but I think the art, designs and AUs made by other people are my favourite bits of series like Pokemon and Zelda. I really hope that Seren's Sorrow can be fun and interesting enough to inspire people to create their own stuff within its world. Speaking of characters, that's how we get to the actual point of this video. Seren. Seren is a farmer from Eliarach, living with her mother, brother and daughter on their family farm. She's known to be cheerful, practical and dependable, always trying to support her family and do what she believes is right. Seren also has a softer, more whimsical side, one that dreams of knights and fairies, but she tends to keep that side hidden. To add to that, especially now that Ormengly is dead, she sometimes finds it difficult to relate to her daughters. The eldest, Elva, was adopted by Ormengly after he found her orphaned, becoming a bit like his Robin, and is now dedicating herself to stepping into his shoes. Selm, the younger daughter, was very sickly growing up, and was taken by Ormengly to his foster parents in the other world for care. He gave up his name in return for her protection, leading to his loss of self and eventual death. Because of the weird way time works in the other world, Selm was already grown up by the time she returned, meaning Seren missed much of her childhood. While they appear to have a friendly, loving, parent-child relationship, Seren worries that she doesn't really know her daughter. Of course she keeps all this hidden, especially now that Ormengly is not there to talk to. Now that I've got all that written out, I worry that I won't be able to properly convey it in the game. Well, yeah, I'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. If you look at Seren's design, especially when compared to Ormengly, you can see a lot of contrasts. The colours are an obvious one, black and green against red and white, but also Ormengly is much more angular in shape than Seren. Still, there are some similarities. For instance, they share the same sort of plaid pattern on some of their clothing. They're both musicians and they wear identical rings. Seren and Ormengly are both part of the Pariniri, the people of the mountainous north, and a lot of the things their designs have in common are a result of that shared culture. I took inspiration from a variety of characters when designing Seren. The most obvious inspiration is probably Malon from Ocarina of Time, and the most obscure is probably the female player character's mom from Yokai Watch. Let me know if you notice any other inspirations in the comments. A big non-human influence is strawberries. A lot of my main characters have associated plants, some more obvious than others, and Seren's is the strawberry. I think their colour and sweetness are obvious connections, but also them growing so close to the ground, they're called Su Taloon in Irish, which means lamberry. I think that's a good reference to her farming past. The seeds also look a bit like freckles. If you're wondering, Ormengly's plants are bramble, holly or blackthorn. It's difficult to set on one when each of them contrasts him differently with different characters. Another thing I love is seeing beta character designs. When I eventually get this game out, I'd like to release a book with illustrations, behind the scenes information, extra lore and of course old designs, but before then you'll have to make do with these videos. I think the earliest character that eventually became Seren is this one. I don't remember her name, and she wasn't super important to the non-existent story, but I'm pretty certain that she was the direct predecessor of this character in around 2020. Again, unfortunately I don't remember this character's name, but I think she had the power to summon hordes of tiny white rabbits. Fragaria, as she was called at this point, is one of the first designs I felt genuinely happy with. Here you can see the introduction of a lot of Seren's main design elements, the Plat, the freckles, etc. However, this character was a lot younger than current Seren, envisaged as a modern person in their early 20s, rather than the roughly 40 to 50-ish year old in Seren's Sorrow. The name Seren, short for Stelmferen, is a name that first came in with designs like these. You can see a lot of similarities to the modern design. There are also a lot of early Allmenglier cameos in these drawings. The main difference between the old and current designs is probably the change from a dress to dungarees, which I thought made more sense for someone constantly either working outdoors or walking into town for supplies. I do have a modern design in the dress too. Maybe I might put that as an alternate outfit in the game. A lot of these older designs also have a straw hat, which I removed in favour of a bow. I'm not sure what my original reason for that was. Maybe because the straw hat felt too modern, maybe because it would obstruct too much on a top-down sprite. Either way, I quite like the bow. As I show some newish sketches on the screen, I mean none of them are amazing, but you know, on you go. I'll talk a bit about my plans going forward. I'm not really someone who draws the same characters over and over again. If I'm redrawing something, then I'm often redesigning it. But I've drawn a lot of Seren in the build up to this game, and I've really enjoyed showing more of her personality and getting more comfortable with her specifics. Again, I'm sorry for the lateness of this video. I don't think I'll get another one out until September, but I do have some pretty big plans for the near future. I'm sure many of you will have heard of drawing challenges like Inktober or Smaugust, where you draw something from a prompt every day for a month. In order to flesh out my game, I've taken subjectively Smaugust and Kaijun prompt lists and combined them, building a list of 60 prompts, which are split into 4 weeks. Each week, I'll at least try to outline 3 dream levels, 2 waking puzzles, 1 UI element, and maybe some other things to fill out one of the 4 parts of the game. I'll take inspiration from the prompts, but I'll probably be a bit loose, so that I can keep close to the vision I have in mind and allow myself to be more imaginative. From this, I'll probably make 2 September videos to make up for my current lack of uploads. The other thing is the release of the second prototype. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not far from finishing it off, but I've got to a bit of a crossroads. I could either finish things off, add in the few extra planned mechanics and put it out, or I could work an extra month or so and polish it, working on more, better custom sprites, adding better animations, customizing the UI and so on. I thought I'd leave it up to you. Would you prefer a quicker release, as soon as start on Prototype 3? I don't really know what Prototype 3 will be yet. Or would you rather I work more on this one, give you a better idea of the finished product and give you more to criticise? At the moment, I think I'm leaning towards option 2, but I'm conscious of the need to not overcook my early demos or set too high of a goal too soon. Let me know in the comments what you think is best. Right, yeah, that's about it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and all the rest of it. Comment about the Prototype 2 release. Check out the Prototype 1 if you haven't already. Link is in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.